Cool, cool, cool. Yeah,
It's Friday, and today I'm joined with Anders from TeaCommerce. How are you doing, Anders?
yeah, doing good, doing good. You?
Excellent. Yeah, very good, thanks. Yeah, very, very
It's,
good.
it's Friday, so everyone should be good.
Yeah, exactly. The weekend is almost here.
Yeah, exactly.
I noticed that the nice Spider-Man photo picture in the background in the office,
Yeah,
very nice.
yeah. We actually have. Let me show
Is there
you.
like more?
We have Iron Man over here. We have Batman down there. So
Very, very nice. And
yeah.
Anthony would love that in our office here. all the all the comic book heroes and things. Yeah,
Yeah. You should do that. You should do that.
yeah. As always, we get people to kind of do a bit of an introduction. So how did you get involved with Embraco, Anders?
Well, yeah, 7 years ago we started T Solutions, our main company, where we do Umbraco client work as you do. And at the time, we built custom ASPX websites. Needed to find a CMS, and I searched around for one in .NET because that's what I could do. And I found Umbraco. I think it was in version 3 at the time, so quite old.
Yeah,
But
quite a while ago now.
yeah. But it looked very promising using with the document types and the properties being so dynamically, and that's why we chose Umbraco. And yeah, we never looked back and have been using it for almost probably 5 or 6 years now. So been quite a while.
Okay. So you're known for obviously, like you said, your T Solutions is obviously your main kind of business, but you kind of spun off a side business or a side project, which is TeaCommerce. So how did that kind of come about?
Yeah, I think it was in 2010 or something like that where we started to get some bigger clients that wanted to do e-commerce, and of course we wanted to do it on the Umbraco platform. And at the time, I think that only e-commerce was available, and it was too expensive for our clients, and we wanted something that was more developer friendly to use. And we talked with some of the other Danish Umbraco community members and thought of doing an e-commerce project. And on the way home from a small meetup, I think we were 5 people in Copenhagen or something like that in a small room. we got the idea for TeaCommerce using a lot of JavaScript and etc. So yeah, on the way home from Copenhagen, we spun off the ideas for TeaCommerce, and now we've been developing that for almost 4 years now, and it's a side business. It has its own company, but yeah, T Solutions is still our main company, and we just see TeaCommerce as a tool for ourselves and our clients, and then we sell it on a license basis for other Umbraco developers to use as well.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So yeah, like you said, you've been doing it for 4 years now, the TeaCommerce side of things. Obviously you've learned a lot of things in e-commerce over those 4 years, probably from selling licenses and getting feedback from other Umbraco developers, and also building kind of your own e-commerce solutions for, like you say, for your kind of main side of the business. So is there kind of any observations, like anything that's changed in e-commerce over the last 4 years? Like, is there anything massively changed, like in terms of how things are done these days, or?
No, I think a lot of the things goes down to the implementation and what you want to solve for the client, because it's basically why we use Umbraco is that we can build a lot of different sites using the same framework or the same toolbox. And same goes with TeaCommerce, is that it's more of a toolbox to build lots of different implementations of e-commerce, and basically an e-commerce site is a shopping cart, and you have some products you can add to that shopping cart, and then a checkout flow. That's the basics of every e-commerce. And then on top of that, you build whatever the client needs for their implementation, because it's so differently what people actually want. And of course, you have those massive e-commerce sites where they have a lot of features, but like if you do a mini site for the local carpenter in the city, they don't need a giant e-commerce system for millions of bucks to actually do that. So I think there are a lot of things in e-commerce, but that's not like a thing that's like changing the e-commerce way. I think it's just loads of different features for different clients.
Mm-hmm. So you're kind of more focused, or kind of delivering the right solution for each and every client. One, like you say, like the carpenter is not going to need most likely shipping and things like that, tracking and things like that. Maybe he doesn't need stock management or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Some just want a simple. Some only have like 3 products, and they just want to add that to the cart and have it.
Buy and I get an invoice and.
Yeah, exactly. And some want integration with ERP systems. They want to have automatically fulfilled shipping details, email to the customers. Loads of different integrations and how to do that. And that's one of the bigger projects we're going to talk about today. Is especially one of those clients that wanted some more advanced features than just selling 10 products. Or 100 products, or even thousands. So yeah, that was quite a good case. But if we should talk just a bit about the technology, because when we started doing TeaCommerce, we did it from a JavaScript point of view, because my colleague Rune, which is a co-founder of TeaCommerce, is a really good JavaScript programmer, and so the ideas were sprung on from the JavaScript, but we learned during that process and from the feedback from other Umbraco people that it was good, but it was built a bit the wrong way around, because we started with the front end and then we tried to figure out how to do the .NET code to feature the JavaScript API. So I think it was 2 years ago we rebuilt the entire code base for TeaCommerce and focused on the .NET API first of all, and then using a lot of the good code principles you have that are also used in the Umbraco code base, and then we built the JavaScript API and other APIs, HTML API, etc. on top of that API. So we have a much more solid code base for the version 2 of TeaCommerce, which gave us the opportunity to actually build the new marketing stuff that we built into version 3 of TeaCommerce, because that was only possible because we had a really good .NET base for the entire project. So we learned that always think about the code first, and then the front end JavaScript stuff you can always add that at a later point.
Yeah, of course. So TeaCommerce is at version 3 now. Yes.
Yeah, it's version 2, but we hope to release version 3 with the marketing stuff here in November. So it's
so very, very soon.
Yeah. The client I'm going to show you here is running version 3 of TeaCommerce. So that's been like our live customer testing scenario for the new marketing stuff.
A little bit of dog food in.
Yeah, exactly.
So should we switch maybe to your monitor and let's take this example. So this was or is a customer that you said to me earlier in the week that you've done quite a custom, highly integrated solution.
Yeah, exactly. This is the English version. First of all, it's a Danish. It's actually a minor Danish company that not that many people know about, but they have quite a good reputation on the e-commerce front. So it's in that kind of way, it's a big client, but not a lot of people know them. But they have 4 languages, and I'm gonna just switch to the Danish one because that was the first one they launched. Where they have a lot of content. But as you see up here in the top, they have 3 different totally different brands, like product they're selling. And prior to this
Yeah,
project,
I was going to say, so obviously the one that you showed previously was obviously a lot to do with robotics, and then this is obviously a lot to do with kind of kitchen products.
Yeah, exactly. And they also have the Danish version of that is here, and you have cleaning equipment.
Okay, yeah.
So and they also have one called for gift for company, and they have a new one that's launching soon, which is if you like, when you buy a gift for your girlfriend, you have 500 Danish kroners to do that, and they have like a front end to quickly select a gift for that.
Help me.
Yeah, helpme.com, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but prior to this project, they have a different, I think it was Magenta or something like that. They have a completely separated shop for each of the different brands. So what they wanted in this one was to combine all these brands and also combine multiple languages. So if I'm now on the Danish kitchen equipment side here, so if I add something to the cart here, and if I actually go, if you look at it goes to the shop automatically, but if you see here that the domain is now kitchen1.dk.
Yep.
And if I go to the robot stuff here, it's robotexpert.dk.
Yeah.
But you see here the cart is still my one item, so I can actually buy products on multiple cross domains and still
nice.
only have one checkout flow. So at a later point, their thoughts are to do marketing stuff where they promote that if you buy products from some of the other shops, you would maybe get 10% discount. Because prior to this, people only shopped on one of the shops. They didn't know about all the other shops, so they're trying to build up some synergy effect on these kind of different shops.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was one of the harder ones to actually do the cookie sharing using for the cart flow.
Yeah, so does it even work across you were saying obviously that it was different languages, so I think you showed the robot one to begin with at .co.uk, so will the cart here is empty, so it's only on the same languages they want to share the cart. That makes sense, no.
Yeah, but it could be done that way, but it's just, they didn't want to do that.
It's just a business decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Cool.
So is this all-in-one Embraco installation? All of these three different shops and the different languages?
I can show you here. Yeah, there you have the Embraco 7, and you have all the different shops here. You have the Go Shopping, which is the main company, and up here is all the checkout flows. So you have here this is a basket, and as you see here, they have the kitchen equipment, they have the robot stuff, the cleaning equipment, and then the company gifts and just gifts. Yeah. So basically, if they want a new shop, they copy one of these, and of course we need to do some customization with some of the domains and etc. But it's quite easy for them to actually start a new shop, and it would automatically get a tab up in the top here, and they can start selling stuff on a new brand.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the cooler parts we did with Embraco 7, and this is, I think this project was only doable because of Embraco 7, is the way we handle products in this one. Because as some talk about with Embraco, that if you get a lot of nodes, it's slow and it doesn't work, and etc. So what we did in this one is that, as you see here for the quick kitchen equipment, we have all the products on this node here. So if I open this, it will be a quite large tree. This could be done with the new list view, and probably have some performance here, but we haven't used that on this one. But here you actually see all the products, and what the customer wanted was to easily create new products and have them distributed on different product categories on the website. So let's for example say that they want to do a Black Friday campaign, and they want to have all black products displayed in one product list on the website. So So what they could do.
So kind of like dynamic kind of grouping or categories. So rather than
exactly.
card nodes as
Exactly.
categories, you've got
So
some kind
they
of
have.
tagging.
Yeah. So they have product specifications here. So if I fold this, you will see we have product type, we have product brand, color, material, height, width, depth, weight, etc. So, and these are all dynamic. Some of them are a bit magical because they need to do some with the URL generation, but most of them are actually, they could just create new specifications. And of course, color is one of them. So now we have a specification called color. Then on, let me see if I can find a product that even has that specification. No, this one didn't have color. But as you see here, this is a custom property editor in Umbraco 7 where they can select the different specifications, and this is a specification type and this is the value. So they can add new ones and easily assign different specifications. And then these specifications here are used when I said that if we wanted to do like the Black Friday stuff, they could up here. Let me fold this over here. It's a bit of a large structure, but give me a second here.
Yeah, no problem.
So here I have selected, it must be two specific product types. I want to show kitchen machines and what is this in English? A machine that's, should we do a Google Translate for that?
Yeah, let's figure it
out. Let's see. I'll do it in Danish, English, a mixer,
Okay.
Yep. So it's a mixer, and then what it does is actually it lists all the possible products here in a structure, and they can do drag and drop sorting of the products. And
nice.
But still, if they add a new product with the mixer specification, it will automatically be shown on this category without them actually going and adding it to the list.
Okay, so are you querying examine or something similar to kind of get this
Lucene. We actually done a Lucene index to make it fast, because it is quite complex, the data we are mixing together to do a nice query.
I was going to say, you've got quite like a lot of search parameters to kind of filter these different kinds of lists.
Especially because they can create new specifications themselves, so we have to do dynamically querying in the Lucene index. So that's been quite a hard one because we prior to this project we didn't have a lot of experience with Lucene and Examine and how all that worked. But yeah, during this project we've been quite good at knowing in details what's actually going on in the different places.
Yeah, fantastic. I like the implementation of that you have a base kind of global product categories or global product list, and then you create categories that match those particular filters set on the products, so you get a subset of products back. So in theory, like a dynamic examine search.
Exactly.
Collection or results, and then it looks so you then have the possibility to then drag and drop the order of the result set.
Yeah.
Is that what was the final thing?
Exactly.
No, that's really nice.
Yeah, exactly. But still, if they add a new product and it's not here in the list, because this is just a JSON structure of how you want to actually sort the products. But if it's not here, it would just be added at the bottom, and then they can go ahead at a later time and do the sorting. Yeah. I know the client wanted because as you see here, it's quite a long list. So if they have to get all the 10 bottom products up in the top, they had to drag and drop every single one of them. So, but at the moment they were busy doing that. So, but in the future, I think we'll do some kind of multi-select where you can drag and drop multiple lines, because it can take some time to actually get 10 products to the top.
Like I said, if you've added 10 new products and they're now the most important to be in this category.
Exactly. And then actually, if you see here at the bottom, we also have the filter options. So these are the different specifications that should be able to be filtered on the front end. So if I switch back here and I just find that product list,
find the mix.
Yeah, you'll see here all those specifications that were available here is now populated with data from the products.
Okay.
So
you were saying with that kind of multi-node tree picker or kind of item picker, you're saying I want to allow the user on the front end to filter the list that we've just created above.
Yeah, exactly.
By these specific filters.
Yeah, exactly. And then depending on which product are shown, the values will dynamically be populated here on the list.
Okay, so yeah, if so you've grayed out options in the other lists that are now no longer available.
Actually, if the like colors here, you only have like 20, but like they have a list of maybe 100 colors, but because of the products only have 20 different colors, they are the only ones that are shown here. But yeah, if I select green here, you see here that I can now.
The others are kind of grayed out, so you can only select a green one that is 800 watts.
Exactly. But if I actually, if I pick this product series here, it would automatically. Okay, they don't have that combination here, but it would all basically it would allow me to actually select other some of the options that were previously grayed out would now be possible because I selected this one over here. So the so the filtering is dependent on what you select in the other filters as well.
Yeah, that's nice. So I presume you're querying again back to examine to create these dynamic filters on the fly to figure out kind of what.
No, because basically, actually, this is all done through a JavaScript API because all the products are listed here. So you don't have paging. So all this is just pure JavaScript.
Okay. So I presume you're just targeting with things like either data attributes or either JSON to help do that filtering.
Oh yeah. I can't remember the name because I didn't do this part here. I think it's called isotope something.
Okay.
Yeah, which has an API for doing stuff like this.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, and then of course a lot of the structure of this project in the coding is actually from the base idea is from the hybrid framework from Jeroen and Jevan who did that. Yep. So we also have like the donut caching stuff, and we have the more coding way of doing it. Instead of building it inside Umbraco, we have it in Visual Studio and using a lot of have a .NET class for each document type. We're not using like code first stuff, but just so we have strongly typed views for all the data, so it's easy for a front ender to know which data actually are available.
Okay, so did you use Stefan's model builder to help generate those models?
No, we started the project prior to that. So and we've been like in the last month we've been quite busy doing this project. So we haven't looked at all the new stuff that that the Umbraco community has posted. I followed along just to know what has happened, but we didn't have the time to actually try and use some of these things. And especially because like when you're halfway through a project, you don't want to stuff in a lot of new stuff.
You don't want to start to exactly. You got either a new learning curve or something that was previously working is now broken, and
exactly.
No, I totally understand the decision.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what else is kind of really neat or kind of custom about this solution for the client?
If we go back to the products, actually, just to take that one, because all the products here are controlled in Microsoft Navision. So they create all the products and the pricing in Navision, and then I think once a day or something we import those products, and they only have like three kind of different information in Navision, so they have to enrich the product here in Umbraco. So as you see here, they have images, They have the different language stuff here: Danish, English, Swedish. So these products are only available in Norwegian and Denmark. And if you see the Navision tab here, you see we get some information from that, but most of the information is actually done using Umbraco to enrich it. So yeah, that's been quite nice.
So is the link only one way from
no.
So if you update the data and push it, can you push it back to that external system?
No, it's not like we get the basic data from Navision, and then they enrich the products in Umbraco, and then when you create an order and you buy stuff, we communicate the order back, which then corrects the stock level and do some custom business stuff in Navision.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a two-way integration, but not with the product information.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, let me go ahead and just show you some of the new TeaCommerce stuff that we did. Because as you see here in this shop here, we have you can enter a discount code or a gift card. You can buy gift cards on the shop in a variable amount and then use it here. And if I just go to TeaCommerce here, so TeaCommerce looks a lot alike, but we have a new one here called Marketing and Gift Card. This is in Danish, but hope you follow along. So these are all the campaigns that they are running. So, and yeah, you can dynamically create new campaigns. And I think it would be better to give me a second, switch to a demo site here, just to not go ahead and create new campaigns on the website.
In the live site, no.
So you can use this discount code here and buy for free.
Yeah.
Next 10 minutes from Umbraco people only.
Yeah.
No, so I have a test campaign here. And yeah, basically you can have a start and an end date, and you can have it active or disabled. And then what you can actually do is that you can add what we call rule groups. So I'm just clicking twice just to show you that between those two rule groups you have an and. So you say this rule group needs to be true, and the next one needs to be. So you can build up some like a conditional tree, a binary tree for this. And then as you see here, if I add multiple rules within this group here, you'll see it has an or statement. So we could have built this dynamically, so you could like build your entire own binary tree with ands and or and dynamically load this in. But to again, one of the main principles with TeaCommerce is trying to keep things simple and have a great basic toolbox, and then you'll cover 90% of the cases, and then probably 10% should use another system than TeaCommerce. So we try to keep it basic. But yeah, and some of the styling, don't mind that we are in the process of correcting some of that. But it's just to show you. So if I click edit here, I can say that if my subtotal, so these are what products have I bought. If I buy for more than 20 Jamaican dollars, this rule is now true. I'll just delete my discount code here, and I will do like this. Now I can say, okay, so now I have my rule that's stating something. So when that's true, I want to give maybe an order amount discount. So I'm adding this award over here and saying I want to, my shipping price should then have 100% discount.
Okay.
So
it's a nice discount. So as long as oh no, I thought it was the shipping. I thought it was the total order.
No, it's just free shipping. But yeah, the other one would be good. Just buy for $20, and you get everything for free. Yeah, that's a good one. And actually, this, we looked at some of the Umbraco code for the Angular stuff they done in the Umbraco. So all this UI down here is actually built with Angular, and a bit like
it seemed quite snappy.
Yeah, and it's a bit like property editor. So you can build your own rules with just a HTML file and a JavaScript file. Same goes with awards, and then of course you will have some .NET code that actually know how to interpret this JSON data that's in the end
on the server side when that event fires.
Yeah. So if I go to TeaCommerce here, you would see. I just find one of these here. So I have my. Let's see an award here. So
this is totally extensible. So I can create my own award or kind of result.
Yeah. As you see here, it's loading the settings. So this is just JSON. So the JSON data you send back to TeaCommerce in your controller for the award. That we just save that in the database, and then when TeaCommerce loads, it's using. So it's looking for every class with the award up here with an alias, and you connect the alias with your front-end controller as well. So it knows that this data that was saved from this controller is using this alias here. So it knows which settings to actually load here.
Okay.
And then you just as a developer pass your JSON data to whatever .NET objects you need, and then you have here this. So TeaCommerce checks if the award should be applied based on the rules, and then here you'll be notified that you want to now apply this to the order. So then again you use your .NET settings that you passed, and then do whatever you need to do. So here I'm saying that, let's say the shipping here is that if the type is of this of the shipment price, which was the one I just showed, I'm adding a discount to the total price of the shipping, and it's then calculated using the percentage that was typed in the UI. Yeah. So yeah. So it's totally extensible, and actually in the Go Shopping project we did here, we actually did a couple of custom rules ourselves for some accessory discount stuff they wanted to implement.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
So obviously you said this is coming out in November, so you started trying to make some. I know that documentation is always not the best thing when we talk developers, but have you started to try and make some notes in terms of how you would extend this and type up some documentation that might go with this?
Yeah, the first part is to get, because for this here, you also have the front-end UIs, APIs. So if I go back here to this one here, so you need some use the HTML API or JavaScript API to actually add the discount code or the gift card code to be able to do that. So that's, we already have the documentation portal where we prepared the text for these new features here. So that is the minor part of the new release. And then we hope that in December we'll have some time to actually sit down and do some of the more techy documentation for doing both payment providers, because that's also possible to build your own there, which some of the community members have, and also doing for this part here, because it's going to be an important part of TeaCommerce Free to do this marketing stuff. So yeah, it makes sense to make it fairly easy for developers to know how to actually build these new things.
Yeah, no, totally agree. Very nice.
But documentation. So that's for developer. That's the boring part, because you do all the fun.
Exactly. No one likes to do that.
yeah, exactly. But now we are in the process of doing that, because it will be one of the cooler bits about TeaCommerce Free, because the main thing in TeaCommerce Free is that we've done some bug fixing and configured some stuff, but the main part is the marketing features. So yeah, and I tweeted a bit about it, because we are going to changing the price for TeaCommerce to make it a more sustainable project, where we can actually invest more time to build better documentation, help more community members, because a lot of people actually ask questions on the forum, and we try to help as much as we can. But it's just when your main business is doing consultancy work and help other Umbraco developers build actually Umbraco sites, it's not always you have the time to do your side project. And we try to want to have TeaCommerce run as a separate company with its own life, and yeah, but still the same people behind it, but just want to have it supported a little better. But but we're gonna include the marketing stuff in the new version, and then we're gonna bump the price to €950 for still a one-time fee.
Okay, no, that's I think that's a good decision. Like you say, it's hard to maintain a kind of a side project, or obviously it was come from a project that you guys done and needed internally. But like you say, for you to help kind of spend more hours doing the kind of the support and the documentation, and kind of to help be a bit more available, a bit more around, then it makes sense to make it more sustainable for you guys moving forward.
And also just to ensure that we have focus on doing new features and making the version better, because we use the software ourselves, which is really important, I think, because that's always good to we find all the bugs as well, and we want them corrected as quick as possible, because they're annoying to us and they're annoying to our clients. But it's more like the marketing stuff. We only did that because a couple of our clients actually need this feature. But if they didn't need that, it would probably have taken much longer time to actually do this implementation. And we want to have more focus on doing following along with Umbraco, because the Umbraco world is changing quite rapidly as well. Because you have Umbraco 7, which is we still have the old way of doing all the custom section and etc. So we're not using the new APIs for doing that. And like Marcello, which started out with Umbraco 7, has a lot nicer UI, because they didn't have to mind about Umbraco 6, but we still have quite a lot of users.
Kind of legacy stuff, I suppose.
But we are quite hard as a developers to actually just breaking stuff and say, hey, this old shit, don't use that anymore. But still, we can't do that with everything, and we can't just scrap Umbraco 6 like in a day. But I hope to, like in the next half a year or something like that, to actually only focus on Umbraco 7 and say, if you need TeaCommerce, you need to use Umbraco 7, because it's just that's new things to use.
I think it makes perfect sense to do that. It's. I know that the Umbraco team is going to still support 6 for a little bit, but obviously in terms of kind of bug fixes and patches and things. But in terms of kind of core development, obviously 7 and potentially 8 in the future and so on is obviously going to have the main focus from them guys. So it makes sense to base your kind of sideline project business as best as possible with what the guys at the Umbraco core team are doing.
Exactly.
Okay, is there anything else you want to kind of show or talk about in terms of this implementation? I think
no, I think I want to give just a shout out to the Leguati guys one more time, because we saw the cool stuff they did in Umbraco Code Garden this year, and we actually used some of they showed something that was called U-Sky Slider, I think it was called, which is which is the
designer-ish thing.
Which is in the end is a JavaScript component called Slider Revolution. But we actually used that, and we customized it a bit, because as you see here, when I'm hovering this button here, you see it's a product, and the client can actually go ahead and type in new buttons. I think let me see here, I think this one here. No, so they have 3 different products here, so you can actually see some different information. And this is just a normal slider image, and then they can add these extra information, and you can go directly to the product by by using the link. So yeah, we used one of the community property editors, but yeah, tweaked it
a little bit more.
Yeah, we extended it to have these kind of things. But yeah, it's quite nice module for doing quite nice image sliding stuff.
Yeah, no, that's really nice. Yeah, kudos to the Laquati guys.
Yeah, it's quite nice, and I'm looking forward to the new grid stuff that the Umbraco guys are doing as well. It's looking quite good.
Yeah, exactly. Be interesting to see how you kind of apply that to maybe building your e-commerce solutions going forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we've got a question from Doug. Hopefully, I'm going to, because it seems quite involved. If Doug, you're listening, and if I get this wrong, let me know. But Doug asks, do you have any plans to help users support the UK's new VAT, MOS, mini one-stop shop rules? Identifying who is B2B or B2C will be a vital part of the order process. Everyone selling downloadable software, videos, etc. will need this. Thank you. Does that make sense to you? Because that certainly doesn't make sense to me.
No, I talked a bit about this with Doug previously. I think it was a month ago or something like that. Yeah. Because we're selling licenses, of course, for TeaCommerce ourselves, and with the new rules, you need to charge the VAT. So, like, if you're buying TeaCommerce, I need to charge you the UK VAT instead of charging the Danish one. And yeah, so but as Doug said, that in different areas in the EU, they sometimes change VAT quite often, maybe once a week or something, changing minor details about the VAT. So what I thought about was actually doing a VAT service, just like kind of an API service, nothing regarding TeaCommerce, it's just VAT in general. Where you can actually ask this service to get the VAT rate, but you'll have some kind of sniffer that would need to update automatically all these VAT rates. But so and hopefully the EU will create a service that actually is functioning. But as probably a lot of e-commerce guys know,
you'd hope so.
Yeah, because there are already one for checking VAT numbers. Which is, it's...
Is that the same one that the Umbraco shop uses? That falls over and crashes?
Exactly. So it's not that good. So someone should go ahead and actually build that kind of a VAT service. But yeah, we won't have anything built into TeaCommerce, but it could be a pet project for us or some e-commerce guys to actually build a service like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
But it is quite advanced because VAT rules are...
so you would have to kind of detect where the user is buying it from or saying that they're buying it from.
Yeah, exactly. And then
is it based on the payment details, or is it based where you want to get the item shipped to?
It's where you are paying. So if you're in the UK, you.
So if I pay with a UK credit card, but I want it shipped to a Danish address.
I think it would be.
It
would be the paying country that where you want to charge it. It's nothing about the shipping. So it's if you as a person are a UK citizen and your details are a UK specified, then you want to charge that. But it's only if you're a private person, because if you're if you have a valid VAT number, like if you're buying if the Codeworks are buying a TeaCommerce license and you type in a valid VAT number and it validates using the EU service, then we don't charge you VAT. So it's only in the case where you as a private person are buying
as an individual.
Are buying a TeaCommerce license or other licenses or downloadable stuff, I will have to charge you the UK VAT. And probably also if you have like a local area VAT or something like that. And that's the problem, because I think it's in Belgium or something like that, they change the VAT rate quite often, so I will have to update the VAT rate in TeaCommerce probably once a week or something like that to be sure to do that the right way.
Okay. I think that's it for our questions, unless anyone else has got one to ask in the last couple of minutes. But
yeah, cool.
no, thank you for showing us TeaCommerce and kind of the new stuff that's on its way.
Yeah.
Do you intend to maybe share the Angular kind of search Lucene stuff? Because I think that doesn't necessarily even need to apply to e-commerce. I think it would be good for just categorization and filtering of products. Is that something that you may think about doing at later?
Yeah, we could definitely look into that. I haven't thought about that. So yeah, but that's a possibility to actually do that, because yeah, as I said, it has nothing to do with e-commerce. It's just
filtering of products or filtering of nodes.
Yeah, exactly. It's just pulling data from Umbraco or Lucene index in the end. But yeah, we could do that. We also actually talked about open sourcing some of the Umbraco, the integration with Umbraco. So not the TeaCommerce core stuff. We still need to do that ourselves, but we thought about open sourcing that part on GitHub or something like that.
So what components would that necessarily be then?
Yeah. So if you see here, it's a bit small, but on the right side here you see we have.
Sorry, Anders, you're gonna have to share your screen again.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
I'll do it quickly here. So if you see on the right side here, it's a bit small, but you have the TeaCommerce API project, you have the persistence and the web API. So this is the core of TeaCommerce, which is where the license checking is going on and all the business details. Yep. But we have a project here, and it's not open source yet. It's just on Bitbucket for ourselves at the moment. But this is so we have the install into Umbraco. We have the web stuff for Umbraco. We have the entire backend from Umbraco, and then we have how.
So is this like common views or partials that you may use to kind of build a basket and things like that?
No. This has nothing to do with like the starter kit. This is how TeaCommerce integrates with Umbraco. So if I wanted to integrate with another CMS, I could create a new project and just use the TeaCommerce DLLs, and I could build how would this integrate with another CMS like OChart or Sitecore or something like that. So at the moment, if we share this on GitHub, we could have, like, you could do the implementation of TeaCommerce for Umbraco 7 in native Umbraco 7. So so it's more the way of doing things in Umbraco that we want to open source.
Okay, no, that seems a good idea to do at a later date once you've got the parts ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We have to do the to wrap things up and create the package and have it downloadable for people before we do this.
Yeah, of course. Cool. So I haven't got any more questions coming in, so I think we'll wrap up there. But it was good to talk to you, Anders.
Yeah, you too.
And I will see you on Friday.
Yeah, at the UK festival. Hopefully a lot of people will be there, so I'm looking forward to that.
I think we're 150, 160 or so. So yeah.
Nice. I'm looking forward to a cold beer after the festival.
So am I.
But now it's Friday, so we can have a cold beer as well.
Yep. Not too long now.
No, that's good. So yeah, Warren, thanks for having me, and have a great day and good weekend.
Yeah, you too, Anders. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.